So it's good, man. It's finally good to meet you, bro.
Yo, word, man, word. Chilling, man. I like your collection over there.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is it's like a real serious problem over here, bro.
Woo! Fire,
It's
fire.
serious, you know what I'm saying? Um so let me just start off with a real quick intro. What up, my people? We're celebrating 150 episodes of No Hype, and today we're gonna be doing it differently. Today, I got my homeboy Joe from AMPM Gallery, and he is the creator of this wonderful, elusive figure right here, and we're gonna talk about it. Joe's gonna be the first person we've interviewed on this platform for No Hype, and yeah, we're gonna freestyle it. We're gonna have a convo. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna build.
Dope.
My man, you in Cali right now, right?
Yeah, man. Working on some things in LA right now, man. Yeah.
What you got going in LA?
I got some things that I'm working on with a couple people, some artists. So yeah, man, I can't really say too much about it because we're in the super beginning stages. But I look forward to, I have something for you for sure.
Oh,
that you gonna like.
Dope for sure, man.
Yeah, definitely something in the music realm.
Word, man. So Joe, look, I came across your toy. It's funny, I came across it on eBay before it came out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Some people may have had it listed on eBay, and I saw it, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. I've never seen it before. It never came across, for something like this to come out and not come across my radar.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's gotta be something crazy going on. Either this is not a real thing. I was skeptical. I didn't even think this existed. I thought somebody was trying to G me, and it was they were asking $900 for it.
Okay.
So I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, all right, let me look this up. I looked it up. I came across your page. I shot you a DM, and we was able to make it work even after the fact that they were sold out. You gave me a personal piece, and I appreciate you doing that.
Yes, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I definitely held a couple for some definitely close friends of mine, and a couple of power players in the business, for sure. And when you approached me, I could see that you was genuine, and I saw that you had pieces, and I was like, nah, yeah. This is somebody that needs one.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? There's not really any Jay-Z shit out there like this. You know what I'm saying? And I thought this was super dope because when I saw it, I already knew instantaneously the inspiration, right?
Ooh.
So I got this on 45, the Hawaiian selfie joint, and
nice. That's a small version.
Yeah, it's the 7-inch, the 45 version. This is pretty rare. A lot of hip hop 45s never came out in America when they were released. They were always released in overseas.
Wow. Okay. I have not seen that one in person. A lot
of people haven't. And out of this whole set, I got Word to the Jazz on cassette.
That's a classic. Hell yeah.
I got the 12-inch as well. You know what I'm saying?
You're not playing. Yeah. Yours is crispy too. That's a crispy one.
So I knew when I saw this, I already knew.
You already knew.
Yeah,
you connected like that.
It was like Jay-Z's rookie card. You know what I'm saying? This figure right here. So before we get into this, I want to know a little bit about yourself. If I could guess where you from, I would say Brooklyn.
You got it.
No?
You got it. You got it.
All right.
You got it.
I mean, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, anyone from Brooklyn, I don't care how old you are, you got to pay homage to Jay. Anyone in general, but if you're from Brooklyn, people got an extra special connection to him and Biggie.
Of course.
For sure.
Yeah, of course.
So let me ask you, why, is this your first toy?
That's my first toy that I fully went to full throttle with to actually do a release for. But I've done small sculptures, and I've actually, what guided me to J-Boy was actually starting something for a company.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the process of this, man. Do you draw? Did you draw this out first?
Yeah. So actually, I'll run it back a little bit, you know, just to give you a little bit about myself. So I've always been into the arts, painting, drawing since I was a kid. And unfortunately, you know, living in Brooklyn, we don't have, you know, access to the best high schools. So during the time, there was something called zone schools. So my zone school happened to be like one of the worst schools in the borough. So my mom.
Where in Brooklyn?
At the time, this was like downtown Brooklyn,
okay.
Like basically not too far from Atlantic, by Atlantic Avenue, Barclay Center.
Okay.
So, so she pushed me to get into my arts and to get into art school. So I used shout out to Mom Dukes, because she pushed me. She was like, "Yo, you're not going to that school." And I started doing my portfolio, and you know, I started, you know, perfecting my craft. And I went to art and design, so that's how I got. I submitted my portfolio to art and design high school. I took the test, and that's where my real art journey began. So from there, I also went to FIT high school. I've done a lot of stuff in between then in the arts as well. But to go back to the question at hand, well, I sketched it first.
Okay. All right. So you got like an official, like this is, and then did you to get it 3D? Did you do that, or did you do it?
Yeah, I sculpted it.
Yourself? You sculpted it yourself. Okay.
Yeah, I sculpted it first, and then with I got someone to do the 3D model on the actual CAD version. But yeah, so I really got into the Jay-Z sculpture because I was actually, so I told you I was working for another company.
Yeah.
We got hired to do a Big Pun's 25th anniversary for his Yeah Baby album.
Oh, dope.
So Ewan reached out to us to do the actual event, the release for it.
What did What did you do for that particular event?
That particular project? So they were releasing a Ewing sneaker, and for me, I wanted to do something different. So I wanted to drop a painting that I did personally, and I was starting to do a sculpture, and I was starting to do a Big Pun sculpture. Well, it was the Jumpman Big Pun logo. And as soon as I was done with the first stages of my sculpture, COVID hit, and it pretty much ended everything that we was doing. Yeah, it pretty much ended everything we was doing. So from there, I was loving it so much, and I didn't want to continue doing it, considering it wasn't my project, you know. So I was, you know, I was building, I was sketching, I was, you know, and this is something that I came up with, and just being from Brooklyn, and Hov was always the GOAT to me, growing up on his music, and still to this day. For me, it was watching his growth, you know, from going from Young Hov to 444, that really made this happen. Yeah. Because, you know, me, I look up to Hov because of where he came from. And, you know, I obviously see where he comes from, and to watch his music and him grow all the way to that last album where J-Bo was actually, you know, one of the first time he put the character out there. It showed me a lot about him.
Oh, word, man. So that's really dope. There's a lot of really dope detail on this figure, and I'm happy that you didn't cheap out and not give him sneakers. A lot of times when like a lot of these figures, they won't put like a Nike or whatever. So you got the Fila joints on here.
Yes.
The OG Fila, and I really dig this. And you know, I'm glad that I'm speaking to you right now, because a lot of the times with figures, especially hip hop figures, right, they come from overseas, right? A lot of people in America weren't really doing them. And I had a conversation with a toy designer for the first episode I did of No Hype, and I didn't record it or whatever. But one thing he told me, the reason he got into making hip hop toys, because he said there was no good representation for the culture. So all the people who were making toys that looked like monkeys, right? And they were putting sneakers or whatever on them, and they were, you know, like they had no. I know it gets lost in translation because it's overseas.
Right.
They have a different perception of things, but it's not a good representation of the culture for Black and brown people. You know.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm really happy that, you know, you're not some like culture vulture. You know, I'm not even gonna throw race into this because it ain't even about that. It's about art at the end of the day. But you're doing it right. So
I totally get that. I totally get that concept. And I had a similar conversation with a couple of people who also, you know, who mentioned that to me as well. Like, yo, I'm just, you know, I'm happy that, you know, it comes from someone who's from Brooklyn, who's from New York, representing, you know. So that's definitely something, you know, that I'm getting the reciprocated love for.
Oh, you blowing up, bro. You busy today.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you good. So AMPM Gallery, that's your brand.
Yeah.
So take me into the process of this. So you sculpted this yourself.
Yes.
You designed it yourself, you drew it out, and then the manufacturing. You went to, I'm assuming you got this manufactured in China because there's not really anything manufactured.
Yeah, overseas. Yeah. I got it.
How was that process like?
It's a rough process. I can't lie. I have somebody who close to me who's worked with them. My uncle, he kind of put me on. He plugged me in, and it's a hard process. Communication, you know, sometimes communication is rough, and especially that they communicate normally when I'm sleeping. So like, you know, they communicate at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So, but you know, if you want it, like if you really want something, you're gonna make it happen. You're gonna be up at those times, making those phone calls, making the right, you know, the decisions at those moments. So, you know, despite how, you know, the communication was really just the roughest part, it was definitely worth it. You know, it was definitely worth it.
I'm assuming that there was this is your first like manufactured toy, right? There was a huge learning process involved in this. What did you learn like overall from going through this whole process? Because you did this all yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, you can't be scared. You can't. Scared money don't make no money, and you can't be scared or nervous. You see an invoice or something, you have to feel 100% about your project and you know, about yourself and confident about what you're doing. Because if not, then, you know, that's something, you know, you might look at a invoice and be like, you know what, maybe I'll wait until I get a better job or another opportunity, or maybe I'll find a different manufacturer, a different way, or, you know, sometimes you're like, you know what, just do it.
Just do it. Head first. Jump in the water, learn how to swim eventually, right?
Yes. Exactly.
So how many of these did you put out? I know the answer, but just let's let the people know.
Yes. So I put out 124 of them. I put 124.
And they were available exclusively on your website?
Exclusively on the website. It was, I guess you could say a pre-order. But it was limited to 124. So whoever got them at that day, got them that day. Dope. But yeah, you know, we sold out. I think we might have sold out. It might have took about close to a week, you know, but like you said, like not a lot of people even knew this existed, you know.
Look, but that's good to sell out a week, a month. You sold out. That's the main. That's the goal.
Yep.
That is 100% the goal.
And I'll tell you this, man. My DMs is blowing up.
That's good, bro.
Blowing up.
That's good. Look, I think you should do more of these. You know, maybe not this figure per se. You know, but I would like to see some more Hispanic people being made into figures, right? Yeah. I would like to see like a big pun. You know, there's so many.
I still got a little sculpture. I still got the first stages of that pun. You know, I still got the first stages of that one.
Well, you know, make one, bro. Make one. You know, I'd like to see other people other than Biggie and Tupac and Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? I got some of those. I love Biggie. I love Pac. I just got so much Biggie Pac shit that like I get sick anytime I see another one. You know what I'm saying? And I end up buying it too.
I feel you. I mean, I kind of felt the same way because I have the Biggie, I have some Pac stuff too. And like you said, there was never any hope that there's never Jay-Z statues or anything like that.
And he's the GOAT. Like who's bigger, more relevant than Jay? Like from, you know, I mean, there's a lot of relevant cats to this day, but Jay is like, come on, man, he's unstoppable.
Exactly. Till this day, man.
So, on the box, right? I noticed it says 1988, right?
Yeah.
And the inspiration is from Hawaiian Sophie, which came out in '89. So,
Okay, yeah.
What is the '88? Is that when you were born?
Well, the '88 is actually the year the picture was taken.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Timothy White. But it happens to be the year I was born.
Right.
But
dual meaning.
But there is definitely it definitely goes back from the I guess the year that it was the photograph was taken, because I did I looked at the story behind the photo, and that's where I got the year from initially, and it just happened to be my birth year, which is a coincidence. But yeah, because he sold the photo a couple years back in a gallery that he had, and it actually got sold to Jay-Z himself.
Oh, dope! Look at Jay.
Yeah, he bought it.
Owning everything, bro. You gotta own everything. That's good, man. I respect that shit, bro. How could you not?
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
How much did these originally retail for?
The first pre-order was $235, because I had one that came with the vinyl as well. So some of them was $300,
right?
And then the other ones, yeah. Okay, and then there was two separate prices.
Originally, when they came out when you released them. You gave people the option to copy the vinyl, which is dope.
So those are $325,
which is super dope, because number one, how did you find so many copies of these?
I went crazy for a whole year buying them everywhere I can. eBay, just anywhere I can. I probably got half of them from overseas, where they probably didn't even know what they had, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jazz may have had a more successful career overseas, because it seems like everything, like when I got this, I bought this overseas. When I got this, I actually found this at a record store in Detroit while I was on tour. But
that's dope. That small one, man. I gotta find one of those.
Yeah, man.
I gotta find one of those.
There's a website called Discogs, Discogs, right?
Okay. And
you can find anything you want music related there, from all over the world.
Check that out.
Yeah, you can find anything there. And the rarest version of the Jazz, and the most expensive one of this, is actually on CD, not vinyl. So
okay.
If you ever, if you want to know, that's just an interesting fact over there. So, what plans do you have for AMPM Gallery? You got any more figures planned?
Yeah, man, we got some more figures planned. I'll give you a little hint on the next one. The next one will be the J-Boy, but a black and white version gradient. So it's gonna be a kind of like the version you see in the video. That's gonna be super limited. I don't know how many I'm gonna do yet, but that's gonna be the very next one. And I have like 3 other music related ones also coming. But yeah, so, and this is something that's probably gonna release either during the summer, or maybe during the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's because I do have an in-house artist for AMPM Gallery. His name is Lancelot. He's from Cuba, and we're actually gonna do our gallery opening with his artwork.
Very dope.
Yeah.
And I noticed you're wearing an AMPM hat, and I've been peeping the gram, right? So I see you do a lot of releases, right? You doing? I do
a lot of hat designs. I definitely gotten into that as well. Mm-hmm.
And how's that going for you, man? Being an independent artist, and an independent designer, overall, like, do you have another gig, or like this is your gig?
Yeah, this is it, man. This is it. This is full throttle artist. I've gotten to the point where I've done this long enough to, and I have enough connections and to keep building, and it's just, and that's what it is. A lot of people, they stop, they stop at a certain point. It's like, I'm not feeling this, or maybe they're listening to their mom or their father that's telling them, you should just take the city test, or no, you should, you could be a bus driver, or So for me, it was just like, I always had a passion just for art, and I just there was no way I didn't want to, you know, do this for a living. So, you know, and still, it's not like, I can't say I'm a success, you know, but this is still something I'm building, so something I love, and it's something that I do full time.
Let me tell you a little bit about success, bro. Success is only measured by yourself. No one else could tell you you're successful. So if you ask me, I would say you're a success. There is no dollar amount that gives success. You know, success is like what you get out of it. If you're fulfilled with what you do, my friend, you are successful. All right? Speak that. It, bro. There's no magic number, because trust me, I've hit those numbers and I've hit those things, and I didn't really feel
no fulfillment, like necessarily.
Anything. I just wanted more, right? So eventually, you just gotta learn, right, what is gonna be enough for you. And I think when you figure that out, that right there is success. Not what anyone else tells you. We all have an idea of success. Like, not everyone could be right, like at Jay-Z's success. That spot is only reserved for a few people in life, right? So, you know, when I was a kid, I remember saying, I can't wait till I'm gonna be a millionaire, a billionaire, yada yada yada, right? Not to say that I'm not, or I won't ever be, or I can't be, right? But not everybody can be that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all gotta find our own different interpretation of what success is. Yo, to some people, success is getting married, buying a house, having kids, right?
True. Yeah.
You know, and you know, and therefore, but look, man, keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. You definitely got a supporter here. I got a whole little crew of collectors that I'm always tapped in on, and we always send each other stuff.
You already threw me a couple of alleys already, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem.
All good people too. I appreciate that. Yeah, all love.
No problem, homie. No problem. And you know, look, this is why I created the platform. This is why I personally created the show, because I just wanted to archive these things, right? These figures, these toys, these collectibles, right? No one really tells the story about them, and these things, they all have their own stories. Like, you have your story of how you got to this, right? And I want to be the person to tell that story. I used to do music back in the day. Well, not back, a few years ago. I decided to kind of stop doing it. I hit my point where I felt that I was successful enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I said that to you, because you know, I got this gold record behind me and I wasn't happy with it, right? I was like, I could do better. I didn't even like the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had so many reasons why I couldn't accept my own success. Like, I felt I was unsuccessful. I wanted to be accepted by, you know, a society of people who didn't really want to accept me, right? And that's how I measured my success. And that's why I'm giving you that advice personally, because, you know, everybody got to hear that. You feel me? Like, people got, especially if you're doing art, because it's hard, bro. It's hard because when you do art, your success eventually becomes how many people are willing to pay for my art. And if not enough people are willing to pay for it, it might make you feel like you're not successful.
Yeah. There's a lot like a lot of times that people will do art, will go with their passion, and if they don't see anything's getting done, or they don't see sales or anything, they'll stop. You know, they'll stop and they'll leave somewhere else where, you know, not necessarily will equal happiness. But I totally get it, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, no doubt, my man. Listen, this is a very special episode. This has been the 150th episode of No Hype. And Joe, please let the people know where they could find you, where they can purchase anything. Just plug away, my man.
Listen, man, first of all, congratulations, because that's 150's big. That's very big. And they could definitely find me personally at j.seph.d. That's my personal account. And they could follow my company at AMPM Gallery on Instagram, and ampmgallery.com if they want to, you know, purchase anything. I got some art pieces. We sold out of J-Boys, but, you know, I got some more coming. You're the first one to know about the black and white ones.
I appreciate that.
No problem. I might release some OG colors, but with a little twist to it, because I'm keeping the 124 at 124. So I might do a little twist with the OG colorway, just to give those, because I got a lot of people hitting me up for the OG colorway right now. So
now keep them limited, bro. Don't even.
I know.
If you missed it, you missed it. When the next one drops, then everyone's gonna have to buy it, because then if they don't, they fucked up and missed that as well. You know
Exactly.
Don't put any more out of these. Don't.
My guy. I appreciate
it was a pleasure.
you,
Everybody, thanks for watching.
Peace. All right, man. Peace.